Oh, I don't know, mad.
Yeah, I got a little.
Looks like a real house.
I know, I have a little waddle. Will you lift the one up? I just got it on video. Okay, good. You have your
I will
mask
kiss
on.
you.
Mask up.
You can take them on down.
Oops. Oops. Smellies. Guess what, Smellies?
You know, also.
Guess what? I know you can walk in now. Yes. Ronnie's excited. Oh, Ronnie's talking. Oh, Ronnie. Oh, Monty, you remember? You remember, Monty? Oh, shit. He recognizes me.
So I want to talk about our journey, like me coming back to you. So, hey guys, welcome to Love and Passports, and this is the episode where I came back. So till then, okay, I will tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where we were. So ideally, with our visa application and everything, we should have had a paperwork in place for me to be in America by March. But when I reached Australia from India and the final stages of our paperwork, the coronavirus happened, and which meant the embassies closed down. There was no visa interviews, and she was 4 months
4 to 5 months
4 to 5
pregnant.
months pregnant by then, and basically we didn't know if I was ever gonna be coming to America before the delivery. And it was, how did you feel when you saw that?
Sick and sad and lonely.
Yeah, and I just felt super guilty that I could actually have birth of my child and I wouldn't even be there. I bet that a lot of other people similar, maybe in worse situations when it's a matter of life and death, but it was a big deal when it came to us. But we had the iron will, and I read on the embassy side that they're still issuing emergency, they still have emergency services on. So this looked like a pretty decent emergency to me. So I first tweeted to the embassy in Sydney, Australia on Easter, not saying anything, just saying happy Easter to everyone. I hope these services can begin soon because I can't wait to be with my pregnant wife and her 2 dogs and a cat. And I put a very cute picture of her with the dog and the cat and her belly, just to kind of emotionally blackmail the embassy people. And that didn't do really, I didn't get a response. Some random people liked it, but nothing much. And then after a week or two, I wrote a long letter to the embassy again, explaining the situation and why I feel that they should kind of let me go to my...
Let me in the US.
I'm in the US so that I can be with the mother of my child and look after her, play my part as the future father, boyfriend, husband, fiance, everything. And to our surprise, within...
It was the next week.
Yeah.
You had an interview the next week.
I think I sent it, the letter, on a Thursday or Friday, and Monday morning we had the interview letter, the email, And I didn't see it. She saw it. She called me early in the morning. I was sleeping. She's like, guess what? I'm like, guess what? I'm
I was
like, what?
going through a Taco Bell drive-up and I almost started crying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Oh, yes, do
I told you
Don't
that.
worry.
No, I told you that already.
So, but the difficult part was they sent me an email on Monday for an interview on Thursday, and there was no flight from Adelaide where I was to Sydney even. There was one flight today, and I know what the rule was, yada yada yada. So I was able to find a flight and then fly. I went there, gave the interview. They were very good about it. They already reviewed the whole case and they were like, we're just going to go through all the points and make sure it happens. I had to get my medical exam scheduled last minute, which takes like 2-3 weeks to schedule. They were very super helpful to schedule it in a day's time. Thanks to a doctor. I will put the name on screen. She was super sweet. And so yeah, I landed there. They got my fingerprints, the interview and everything happened. The medical test happened. And then I flew back to Adelaide because the passport comes in mail back to you. They don't hand it over to you with the stamp. And when I reached back, because I travel interstate in Australia, I had to go into quarantine, which means I couldn't travel for 14 days. So that was a different story. And so we were just waiting for that. And then they called me and said, sorry, we messed up your fingerprints. So I had to fly back to Sydney. But this time I was kind of ready to just fly from Sydney. So I took all my stuff. I called the police department in Adelaide, telling them that I'm leaving the state, even though I'm in quarantine. They didn't mind as long as I went from my quarantine home to the airport and nowhere in between. And that's what I did. And I reached there. So here we go. I'm on my way to be reunited with Morgan. And right now I'm at Adelaide Airport. We have had 0 cases in the last 10 days. Only 6 people in the hospital, 2 in ICU. And I'm heading to Morgan in Chicago, which has like 50,000 cases. So, but I have to, of course, because she's there. But it is kind of scary. And there's so many hoops I have to jump through to get her. It's not even 100% sure. I mean, that's my anxiety. It seems that all is in place, but we can't be 100% sure. I have to fly from Adelaide to Sydney with 100 kilos of my stuff, check into a hotel today, which is Sunday, and then be there Monday, just in the room. Tuesday, go to the US consulate, get my fingerprints, which apparently did not happen the right way for the first time, and then hopefully get my passport on Wednesday or Thursday, check into a hotel at the Sydney airport on Thursday night, and then catch a flight to Chicago through San Francisco on Friday morning. It's a refundable flight, so if I don't get my passport in time, I can reschedule it for a later date. And once I get there, I have to go to immigration in San Francisco and then catch a domestic flight to Chicago. So there's a lot of loops to go through, but hopefully we'll be together, reunited by next Friday evening. All the best to me.
I see those tears in your eyes, and I feel so helpless inside. Oh love, there's no need to hide. Just let me love you when your heart is hard.
So today is May the 3rd. Tomorrow's May the 4th. So today is May the 3rd, and I flew from Adelaide to Sydney so that I can give my fingerprints on Tuesday. And hopefully, once I get my fingerprints in a couple of days, by Wednesday or Thursday, I have my passport with the visa, and on Friday I can catch my flight to America. Now the complicated part is when I came to Sydney last week for just 24 hours, when I went back to South Australia, I had to go into self-quarantine because that's the state law. So I was in like lockdown mode. I couldn't go out anything for 14 days, and I was worried that would the police allow me to travel back to Sydney for the fingerprints and then let me travel to America before the 14 days. But I spoke to the police assistants, and they told me as long as I travel from the quarantine address to the airport and don't stop anywhere in between, it should be fine. But they didn't sound very sure what they were telling me as well. But I just understood it, and I made sure that I would just call them and confirm that I have left Adelaide, South Australia once I reach Sydney, because I didn't want to call them before because I was so nervous that what if they say, hey, you can't leave and you have to just stay here, and then everything goes for a toss. So that was stressful to travel from Adelaide to Sydney while I was in self-quarantine. The next part which I'm nervous about is, of course, getting the fingerprints and all that working out and having the passport with the visa in my hand. But then I'm also nervous about the flight from Australia to America. Like, it sounds simple enough that you have the visa, you just fly and you reach there, and that's okay. But it's way more complicated by what it's than what it sounds. First of all, just leaving Australia, I had to get special permission from the Department of Home Affairs that I would like to leave Australia, and that was I had to explain why I'm leaving and what are my intentions and everything. So they gave me the permission to leave from only Sydney. So I have the letter with me, and then I would have the visa and other paperwork to show when I enter America. But entering America is always such a task, because people who travel there and are not from there, they understand that sometimes they can really scrutinize you. Just to be sure and just to be fair, so I'm nervous about that. Though I have nothing to be nervous about, but it's just how it all works. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. Like, one of the most important things of my life. So, very happy. It's fun. Hey guys, this is Molly, and you're watching Love and Passports. Maybe I should get some cups with the logo on it. Well, I'm at the Sydney International Airport right now at the Ridges Hotel, staying here overnight because tomorrow I'm catching a flight to Chicago. I finally got my visa yesterday, which was a big relief because that was stressing me out. If you don't know, Morgan is 6 months pregnant, and I'm guilty enough for missing out almost 4 months, 5 months out of the 6 months. Let me show you what preparations I have to travel through the COVID-19 pandemic thingy scenario. So I've got myself enough mask because there's no point wearing a mask if you can't sanitize it. So I have the disposable kind which I can wear and just throw away after a few hours, especially when I'm moving around. I got some hand sanitizer to sanitize my hands and other things. I got some disinfectant wipes. When I saw a bunch of videos, so whenever I sit on the plane, on the seats, I'm going to wipe all the surfaces. And I have a shitload of gloves. it seemed embarrassing. It kind of seems too much, but you need them. You need gloves, and you need to throw them away after every use. One thing which I prepared myself today, because I heard there were limited food service on the planes right now, so I got myself some snacks, and of course, you guessed it right, I got some cookies. These are my favorite cookies. Probably won't even get in America. There are a lot of good cookies in America, but these are my favorite from Australia. So I got some cookies, I have popcorn, and I have some chips. So, you should always prepare in case you need extra food, some extra snacking in the night. It's a 14-hour flight to San Francisco, and then there's a 4-hour flight from San Francisco to Chicago. 3.5 layover, which should be enough for me to go through immigration and other stuff. I am traveling with a heck load of baggage, or however you call it. I have 2 big suitcases. I have my golf set, and I have my camera bag. I have my laptop bag, and I have this big ass. Flying out of the country, because once you fly out of the country, you can't go back. And on that guarantee, I left the country, and I was still kind of nervous because American immigration is always scary. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm like, if they reject me and don't let me enter, India is shut. I can go back to Australia.
Oh yeah,
I'll be like,
about that.
I'll be stuck in the terminal, like the Tom Hanks movie, The Terminal. I reached in San Francisco, got through immigration. It wasn't bad. It was empty airports everywhere. So everything was super fast, and we reached the airports, and that was that. The immigration officer was like, so you're here to get married? And it was kind of embarrassing, but like, yep, that's what I'm here for. And it took me only a few minutes, and then I finally got my flight to Chicago and reached on Friday evening at 5 p.m. And my Kuji Buji.
Was it May 8th?
May 8th. And she picked me up at the airport.
If I see you after a long time, I feel like you don't know who you are.
I know. Kubu! Yeah, it does feel.
We were so far away from each other for so long.
So how are you feeling, Hano? You just picked me up from the airport.
Overwhelmed
Oh,
with joy
okay.
and love.
Are you relieved? Are you excited?
Actually, yeah. So mom was texting me yesterday and was like, "Oh my gosh, are you gonna be able to sleep?" And I was like, honestly, I don't feel like anxious, excited. I feel more relieved. Like, thank goodness.
No.
So like, yeah, no, I slept really good last night. I think I was just more relieved and thankful.
Yeah. It was good that.
It kind of doesn't seem real, kind of in a way, just because everything kept happening. Like, oh, roadblock. Oh, roadblock. But you got past all the roadblocks.
Yeah, I'm glad the immigration wasn't that too busy. So I was the only one in the room.
Mom said, "Oh my gosh, did you cry?"
No, we're too cool for that.
Because there were points in time where I was getting teared up thinking about it.
Oh.
But just not when I first saw you. I was more like, wait, what?
No, I understand, Hano. When you have such a sexy fiance, you miss him a lot. So that's okay. Where's my Starbucks?
I know.
You couldn't think of a single Starbucks thing to get me, Hannah? Really? I don't want you to get you!
And I almost offered you mine, and I thought, oops, that's even worse of an idea.
It's okay, Hannah.
I know. But it's not good for you to drink caffeine tonight, right now, anyways, because you need to go home and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I wasn't thinking at all.
That's okay, Hannah. You're still cute. I still love you. Adira? What are you up to?
I would really like you to hopefully get to feel her.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she'll be kicking later.
Of course I'll feel her. I'll feel you. I'll feel my daughter and I was a mother, not mother.
Your mother.
My fiance at the same time. And we were happy.
We were happy.
We were very happy.
And you're really tired and your eyes were really bloodshot and you went to bed 2 hours later.
Yeah. So when I came back, because I had traveled so much, we tried to do quarantine. So I stayed downstairs for like almost a week. So in case, I got COVID-19 on the way. And she slept upstairs. It was kind of weird because we met after almost 4 months apart, and then we couldn't even like touch, kiss, anything. You just have to be separate. But it was all worth it, and we couldn't be happier. It's just amazing, like how so many things, worked out. Like it could have, anything would have gone wrong, and so people who don't believe in miracles, of course we made it happen, but it's almost like a miracle.
You could still be in Australia.
Yeah, could be in Australia, could be in an airport, could be back in India.
You could be in an airport.
Yeah. So, yes, big thank you, and very grateful to whoever in the embassy, the ambassador, or whoever reviewed our case and thought it was a genuine emergency, and they went ahead with this. I could have been the only one in the whole world this month which got the visa. So very grateful to whoever reviewed, the officer who reviewed the case, and super lucky that all those flights were working. The domestic Australian flight, the Australia flight from Australia to America, and now I'm here. Been a month now.
32 weeks.
Actually 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we are expecting baby Adira in less than 2 months. So, so officially, with all this happening, this is Love and Passport Season 2. And I have a bunch of more exciting videos for you to show you after this. And hope you all enjoy it. And from now on, all the videos will have Morgan, pregnant Morgan, the cat, the 2 dogs, Rosie, Hansi, Churchy, and in 2 months' time, Adira. She will have limited exposure to the channel because she's a kid. I don't want the stardom to get into her head. But yeah, you will get to see her. And yeah. All right, so thank you for watching Love and Passport. My name is Molly. This is Morgan. And
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching Love and Passport. What else do we need?